recipe is gonna be inspired by? Any guesses? Well, it's gonna be inspired by Finding Dory because I recently saw it, and when I was watching it, I was like, you know what I wanna do? I wanna make GiGi approved goldfish crackers. Now, I don't eat dairy, I don't eat gluten, I don't eat soy, nuts, fruit, the whole shebang. So this is gonna be quite the experiment. That being said, I have adopted Dory's mindset, just keep swimming. If this is a recipe fail, well, I'll let you know and we can just swim along. But if this recipe is a win, then hell yeah, woo! So why don't we just dive right into this recipe? I'm so funny. So the main flour I'm gonna use in this recipe is cassava flour, right here. I think I'm gonna use about 1/3 cup. I'm also gonna use some tapioca flour, about 1/4 cup. Got some garlic powder here. I'm gonna liberally put that in there because this girl loves garlic. I'm gonna say that was about a tablespoon. Then I'm gonna crush some black pepper in here. We're gonna put a little bit of salt in here as well. I'm also gonna toss in 2 eggs. Crack an egg in the bowl. It's not opening. It's giving birth. That. Whoops. Now, in order to make this quote unquote cheesy, because you know goldfish are typically cheesy, just like me, there's an ingredient called nutritional yeast that vegans actually use in order to get sort of the cheese type flavor. Now, it's obviously not 100% cheese, but hopefully it'll lend a nice cheesiness to this recipe. I'm gonna be liberal with my nutritional yeast and throw a lot in here. For now, I'm gonna go with 1/3 cup, and then I'm going to actually taste the batter beforehand and see if it needs more. Into the bowl that goes. How fun is this? Gosh, it's such a science experiment in here, I love it. Oh wow, that smells really pungent. It does smell like cheese. It actually smells quite good. This by itself isn't gonna mix, so I'm going to actually add a little bit of water. I'm going to start with about 1/2 cup and go from there. I really hope this is good. Now, while it's not highly recommended that you try batter with raw eggs in it, I'm actually going to live dangerously and try it because I've never made this recipe before and I need to make sure that it tastes good. That is actually something I love to do here on GiGi Eats Celebrities. I never make the recipes I make for you on camera before I get on camera because it's like you and I are experimenting together in the kitchen. Wish me luck, guys. Wish me luck. I think I want to add a little bit more nutritional yeast. I really want to give it a little bit more of a cheesy flavor. Now, obviously, again, it's not cheese, so this is not going to be a 100% goldfish cracker replacement, but hopefully it can substitute every so often. I'm going to add about 1/4 cup more of the nutritional yeast. I can't say it looks good because I literally have no idea. Although what I can say is that Finding Dory, yeah, that was a really good movie. Super cute, just like Finding Nemo. I don't know why it took so long for them to make a sequel. I'm gonna try this again. Ooh, wow. That extra nutritional yeast really just increased the flavor of this like times a million. So that was a really good addition and it gives it a nice yellow consistency. That being said, I'm gonna do something a little interesting. You know, goldfish crackers are very orange, so add a little orange food coloring to the mix. I've got some pure and natural food coloring here. This is a very interesting food coloring. It looks like syrup. Woo! This is awesome. I think Dory would love my batter because it's quite squishy. Man, I'm getting an arm workout right here. That's for damn sure. All right, I think I have achieved the color that I want. So here's my goldfish batter. It's nice and orange, just like goldfish look. So I'm thinking I could at least get the look of these guys. Now the taste, that's gonna be determined after I bake it in the oven at 400 degrees for about 10, 12 minutes. Okay, what next? In order to bake this, I need to get a baking pan and line it with parchment paper. So I have my baking pan here. I got a spoon and I'm going to take all of this batter and spread it on down here. It's very sticky. I don't know if that's a bad or a good sign. The more and more I try this, the more and more I'm tasting the cheesiness from the nutritional yeast. So for all of you who are dairy-free and you feel like, oh man, I miss cheese, well, nutritional yeast is such a great option for you. I don't really trust those like fake cheeses and stuff like that. They just look really creepy in a grocery store, to be completely honest. So nutritional yeast is pretty much the best thing since sliced cheese. What I'm realizing is 1/2 cup of water might have been a little too much. If you happen to put too much water in your recipe, you can always add more flours to create more of a bread-like consistency for dough. Here I have my batter on the parchment paper. So now you're probably thinking, goldfish crackers are shaped like fish. This looks like a blob of nothing. Well, I found some really cool things at the store. You ready for this? I got fish shapes. Woo woo! trout right here. This is a little trout. Woo, woo, woo. Just keep swimming. This is an angel fish. Yeah. And then we've got a goldfish. Aha! So I'm really pumped about this. Now, since this is so sticky, I'm gonna do something really weird. I'm actually just going to cut 3 separate fish in this batter, and I'm gonna bake it with these still in it. Let me get a fish in here. I'm actually gonna take some of the batter and like fill the cookie cutters. Again, guys, this is all experimentation for me because I have never made this recipe before. I've never made crackers before. I've never done any of this. As Dory says, just keep swimming, right? Just keep swimming. In the movie, there were a lot of, conundrums, obviously. And one of the sayings was, what would Dory do? Well, Dory would just keep on going. She would just keep on going. And that's exactly what I'm doing. I am a freaking mess here. It's a good sign that I keep tasting the batter though, because that means I like it. Okay, so this looks like it's ready to go in the oven. Now, I'm not gonna show you what's going on down here because it's a huge and epic fail. It looks like a 2-year-old literally came over here and like threw up. So I'm just gonna put it in the oven and hopefully something good comes out of that. I have to say, after 6 minutes of baking, it really smells nice and cheesy in here. That could be a good sign. Well, the oven just beeped, so I am going to go check on these goldfish. I'm very curious as to what the hell I just made. Okay! Oh, whoa! Whoa! Look at what I did! Look at it! It's crispity! It's crispity. It's really hot though. Ha ha! It's crispy! I'm super pumped. Whoa! Did you hear the crunch? I hope you hear that crunch because there's a super crunch factor right here. This is really cool. For someone who had no idea what the hell she was doing, this came out pretty well. Parchment paper is awesome. None of this stuck to the parchment paper at all. Ow, it's just really hot. But I want to show you because I'm impatient. Right off, clean. So excited. I know, you're all dying to see my cute little fish cutouts. Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this? Because it was quite the process of getting them out of the cookie cutters. Look at it, my little fishy. Look at my little goldfish. What? Hello, little goldfish. It's really hot, but look at him. See? He worked. And then we've got the angel fish right here, swimming across the screen. Because I'm a loser. And then we've got the trout. That didn't fare so well, but still kind of looks like one. Kind of, maybe, sort of. I don't know. Well, whatever. This one didn't turn out so well. Looks kind of just like a piece of, well, I'm not gonna go there. I mean, I gotta give myself a pat on the back here. I just kept swimming, and you know what? Obviously that motto works because if you just keep swimming, you'll eventually get what you want. And I got some gluten-free, dairy-free, sugar-free, soy-free, and nut-free goldfish cracker replacements. These right here will fit the bill. Well, thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Let me know in the comments below how you liked the movie Finding Dory, and I'll be back next week with another video. Don't forget, just keep swimming. Bye.